So I get this question a lot in my YouTube streams, a little bit too much. So I figured why make a video about it because, it might help you guys a little bit as well. But I get a lot of questions asking me why am I trans? How did I find out I was trans? What made me want to transition? And I'm saying it the light way because most people are like, why are you trans? Why do you become a trans? Why did you trans? I'm telling you guys, this is literally how they were literally worded out. So what a great start to this video. If you guys don't know, my name is Mama Charlotte. I'm Mama Char. You guys are my Charoletteers. If you're not a Charloletteer, please consider subscribing. We're on our way to 20,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure we can hit that. By the end of the year, I'm hoping to hit 17,000 subscribers. So yeah, be a part of the ride. If you guys like the vibe, please subscribe. Also, destroy the notification bell so you guys be notified every time I go live on YouTube and upload to YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all that jazz, and X. Check me out on all those stuff. Let's get to 100 likes on this video. But without any further ado, let's get started. So one thing I want to tell you guys about when it comes to transitioning is it's not going to be about one little thing giving you the deciding factor that you're transgender. It's not going to ever be that one thing. And everyone says, well, it's going to be that you liked playing with dolls when you were younger. That's the generic version of saying, hey, I'm trans. That's not everybody's cup of tea. It's not everybody's story. So please understand that just because you like, girl toys and you're a boy, or you like boy toys and you're a girl, does not make you trans. It is necessarily, it's going to be a whole bundle of things. It's going to be your entire feelings, everything about you. Don't ever just put into one little category and say, well, I like having long hair, so maybe I'm trans. That's not how it is. So in today's video, I don't want you guys to feel like I'm diagnosing you guys with anything because that's not what this video is about. I'm not here to tell you who you are, what you are, and what you're going to like. So in this case, you want to go to a therapist and do all your research on your own self as needed. I'm not here to tell you guys that you guys are trans or you're not trans. So please just understand my point of view from where I'm coming from and where I came in my transition. So I found out I was trans because well, nowadays, being transgender is pretty much out in the blue. If you don't know what transgender is, you don't know what the internet is. Transgender is all over the place. We have them in politics. We have transgender people in the news. We have transgender people in movies. We have transgender people on social media, YouTube, all that stuff. I mean, look at the big people we have. Nikita Dragon, who's big. We have we have ContraPoints. We have all these big YouTubers like Ty Turner. We have Samantha Lux, Sam Collins, all those people. If you don't know who trans is, if you don't know what trans is, you need to go on the internet for a little bit. One of the main things that people are going to say whenever they came out as trans or why they figured out was because they put on women's makeup. They liked their mom's makeup. They always went into their mom's makeup drawer and grabbed makeup. That, unfortunately, wasn't actually what me. I didn't go and just, want to put makeup on. A lot of people were gay before they transitioned, and that's not me either. I come from that really rare breed of trans women that are actually still into women. And it gets people off guard really weirdly. People are like, how in the heck are you trans, but you like girls? And it's like, being transgender is not about who you like. It's about who you are. So just like how girls can be lesbian doesn't necessarily mean trans people can't. Just letting you guys know. A lot of people ask me, why did you transition if you're just going to date women anyways? Because that's not the goal. My goal is not to go please a guy as a woman. That's not what it is. If it was all about attractions and not my looks, I'd be a bisexual guy. That's what I'd be. There's a lot of different aspects as to where people can find out they're trans. These are like what I consider symptoms. And like for a condition, these are symptoms of being trans. And it is the stuff that you might do to your day-to-day basis if you are finding yourself doing feminine things that just naturally, and I'm not saying like you just find it more appealing to do it this way than this way because this way is feminine and you like feminine. It's not about that. It's more so about your instincts. Are your instincts in tune with that of a female or of a woman or of a girl if you're little and you're young, okay? Because that's what happened to me. I used to pee sitting down because that was the way I felt like I was supposed to pee. I didn't pee standing up, and people questioned me all the time about it. I would masturbate like a girl. I would not stroke. I would finger, just to let you guys know. And I'm not going to tell you guys how I did it on social media. I'm not going to give you guys examples, but, it was a different way of masturbating. And at that time, I thought that was the way to do it. It's insane to know that was like one of my signs. And they're not signs that told me, hey, you're a girl. It was signs that I did that would point to, a feminine side that I didn't know about. Women can like manly sports. Women can like boxing. Women can like football. Women can like men's basketball. It's not uncommon for it to happen. So just let you guys know, don't ever put yourself in a position where you feel like you have to be this overly feminine woman that loves dolls, that doesn't like, sports, that you're just into women things. That's not how it works. I found myself loving football again because, I gave up my football team for 8 years, 9 years, because I felt uncomfortable liking football. I came back and I love it. I'm like, oh my God, this is so nostalgic. So to me, I'm like, screw what people think about when it comes to what you like. Don't always just make it about feminine things if you're a trans woman, or masculine things because you're a trans guy. Don't try to be this manly person for the sake of others to approve you. And that's what I did at first. Won't do it ever again. Different things that might happen when it comes to being transgender is just finding yourself more so leaning towards female clothes. Now, I know it's pretty what I just said at the beginning of the video. It doesn't have to be that you like toys that are girl toys over boy toys. It doesn't have to be clothes either, but that is one of your signs. For me, I really liked the way my butt looked in skinny jeans, and I admired some of the girls that I had went to school with and how they pulled off their jeans. And I was like, I kind of don't like wearing these saggy jeans or anything like that. I want to wear jeans that hug up my butt. I really liked it. I really like showing my butt off, and I constantly wanted to see how I looked like in a girl form, and that's just the reality at the end of the day. There's little things you're going to do. Like back then, I made an avatar on my Xbox Live account that was a female. And I thought it was because, I liked the females. And I thought that was hot. No, it was literally because I was trying to act like I was a girl, even though I wasn't at the time. It's just little things like that. It's little mannerisms you're going to find that you do. Like I said, nothing wrong with going to a therapist and talking to a therapist, because it's going to come down to that point. There's going to be a time where you're gonna know. And if you don't know, there's a good chance you probably shouldn't transition. Transitioning should be I know that I'm transgender thing. I'm gonna go into it. Don't ever start transitioning if you don't know if you're transgender. That is the worst thing you could possibly do, and that's what leads to a lot of people detransitioning, making YouTube videos and acting like they were pushed into being transgender. If you tell a therapist, I feel so uncomfortable as this gender, they're going to say, okay, well, you probably have gender dysphoria. There is not like a blood level or a chemical level that they can test to check to see if you have if you're transgender. It is literally a mental health condition. So therefore, we have to really go based off of your personality and how you navigate the world. That's why you go to a therapist. You don't go to a laboratory to find out you're trans. But that's the other point. You got to piece back together everything in your life. What was different about it? Me, I used to steal thongs from the store and wear them. Why? Because they were the most feminine version of female clothing I could find at the time. And I could actually wear without no one knowing. I couldn't wear a bra at school because people were going to be like, well, why is your front area like boobs? Then I would be like, it's literally was one of the things I could wear that no one knew about because I would hide them underneath my baggy pants. I just had like a more of a charisma. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Gay guys can wear women's clothes. Women can wear guy clothes. It doesn't matter. That's where it opens up. It's about identity at the end of the day. Your identity is what dictates, and what you want to call yourself is what you want to call yourself, right? I'm not saying go over there and call yourself a truck because you want to be a truck. I'm just saying this is the way of what it means to be trans. If you feel any of these ways, there's a good chance you know that you have that feeling that you might be trans. Don't ever go to a therapist unless you know full well that you're trans. Don't ever go to a therapist and say, I need hormones. Get me on hormones. I need a transition today. You need to do your research. You need to find out the disadvantages and advantages. And not everybody can take hormones. There are some people that have health conditions that don't allow them to take them. There are some people that might not feel comfortable taking pills or injections, or they don't, or the side effects of these medications might be an issue as well. Just keep in mind that you need to do your research before anything. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I started my hormones, yes, I did go over there and beg for hormones. And I did over there and say, I need hormones. But I knew for a fact that I was trans. I went out of my ways and I realized, you know what? How amazing I would feel just to feel like I changed into the thing I wanted to be. And I didn't even know it this entire time. Didn't know that I wanted to be a female. Didn't know I wanted to be a woman. And I realized throughout the time that I did more feminine things, the more I realized that it was making me happier. I was putting long nails. Oh my God, I felt so feminine. I loved it. I started wearing female clothes. I started tucking, and it felt so empowering. I would look down at my bottom of my body, and I would see a little bit of curves, and I would be so excited for it. I got my breast augmentation done. I felt like I had a female front side. My face started changing shape, and I started realizing how close to a female I actually looked. To me, it was exhilarating. It was like Christmas every single day to me. And that's the way transitioning should always feel. You should never feel like, I don't know. And the only reason why some people feel that way is because of family or because of friends or because of religious beliefs. At the end of the day, your identity is going to come down to your happiness at the end of the day, and no one else's acceptance but yours. Realize that. When you're transitioning, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for others. You're not making anybody tell you you're trans. And if you're not exactly sure if you are, do your research. Look at transgender YouTubers. See if you see yourself as one. You know what I mean? Watch a YouTube video or watch something on a trans topic and see, wow, I could see myself transitioning. But know the risks. I do not like seeing a bunch of detransitioners saying, oh, I got pushed into transitioning. The doctor basically put a gun up to my head and put, pills in my mouth and said, you better transition. Do your research. Know the bad signs when you have a therapist that's trying to throw pills in your face. Don't just go for that. Go for more and more therapies. If you get into hormones without therapy, that's a big problem. Go to therapy even if they don't try to give you therapy right away. Do everything you can to make sure you're okay, because being transgender isn't something that I would say is the best thing. It's not something that I would celebrate everyone to have. You know what I mean? Being transgender is something that I wish I wasn't, but I am. And it is what it is. I'm happy with the way I am. If I were to go live as a guy tomorrow, I really wouldn't be happy. If you need to take a step into femininity or masculinity in your life and see what it's like, and if you start feeling that level of exhilaration go up, then, take another step further. See what it's like to go further into that pool. Because if you take a step and you realize you don't like it, then that's when you can say, nah, this is not for me. At the end of the day, just take little steps. Don't go full on into hormones right away. Take your time. But I also don't recommend you take forever and wait till you're 50 years old to transition, because a lot of people wait till that time. And it's really hard to transition when you already have family who sees you one way and you already have kids, and people are just kind of egging you and saying, hey, you just basically screwed your wife over, you screwed up your husband or whoever you're with. And that's why I transitioned at an early point in my life. I wish I would have transitioned earlier. I transitioned when I was 21, and it was before anything. So to me, the people I have in my life now, my family, my son, they know who I am now as Charlotte. They don't know me as this old version of me, except for people from my high school and my hometown. So yeah, that's these are just ways. These are things that can give you signs. What did you gravitate towards? And don't make it as generic as I like playing with girl toys. Don't make it as generic as, I tried on makeup and it was nice, because gay guys can wear makeup. Girls can wear tomboyish clothes. There's always going to be flexibility in this conversation. Just make sure you're on the right end of it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys need more information, we can make a part 2 to this. Let me know. Otherwise, if you guys do agree with what I have to say or want to add some input, comment down below. Like this video. It gets us to 100 likes. And if you guys can please subscribe to Come Charoletteers today. Y'all know what it is. If you guys like the vibe, please subscribe. It's 20000. We're on our way to 20K subscribers on the YouTube channel. Let's do this. We got this, guys. Happy Christmas, by the way. Early before Christmas, but yeah. Hope you guys like the background. I love you guys. Lots of tater tots, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.